name is Andrea Tóth-Mészáros. The topic of my PhD project is the efficacy and safety of adaptogens. I'm a pharmacist, and besides my PhD studies, I work as a pharmacovigilance associate. My vision is to make the application of adaptogenic herbal substances part of the evidence-based medicine, and for this, I'm investigating the adaptogenic herbal substances' clinical efficacy, mechanism of action, and safety profile. In the upcoming moments, I'm going to introduce you my completed and ongoing projects. My first project's title was investigating the effect of adaptogenic plants on stress. Adaptogens are herbal substances having the ability to support the body during the stress response. And the relevance of this study is highlighted by the fact that stress is the pandemic of the 21st century, the breeding ground for several chronic diseases, and there is no specific treatment in stress management. Our clinical implication was to provide one or possibly more. We conducted our investigation on healthy, mentally stressed adults. Comparison was placebo, and regarding the outcomes, we were interested in the cortisol level and in the stress level. The main results of our investigation were the statistical analysis based on the data of 5 randomized double-blind placebo-controlled trials, all of which investigated the effect of 8 weeks or 2 months Vitellinia somnifera treatment. All of them measured serum cortisol level. 3 of them measured stress level using the perceived stress scale score, which is a 10-item self-assessing questionnaire. The higher the score, the higher the stress level. As 3 of the articles also provided data halfway through the trials, we could state time dependency regarding our results. Our final results show that both the serum cortisol level, both the perceived stress scale score decreased by clinically relevant extent, and the first result was also statistically significant. So based on this, our conclusion was that in the 8 weeks or 2 months Vitellinia somnifera treatment can be used in the stress management of healthy, mentally stressed adults. And our article was published in the Journal of Functional Foods. As our second project, we participated in the creation of the Hungarian Nutrivigilance system. This is an online anonymous survey to report adverse events related to the use of food supplements. Food supplements are widely used, and their use is continuously increasing. The reason of that is, for example, the well-known Dr. Google phenomenon. And within the European Union, there are 7 countries which already have had a kind of nutrivigilance system. The oldest and most developed ones are that of Italy and France. And considering that in those 2 systems, yearly some more than 20 serious adverse events are reported, we can state that nutrivigilance should be part of the general medical care. This is why, in cooperation with MEKIS, the Hungarian Association of Health Product Manufacturers and Distributors, we, with the aim to obtain safety data on food supplements use and then scientifically evaluate those data, we created the Hungarian Nutrivigilance system, nutrivigilancia.hu. This is, again, an online anonymous survey to report adverse events related to the use of food supplements. And some adaptogens are also ingredients of the food supplements. Data on those would be very specifically interesting for us. This animation shows the enthusiastic media reception of the launching of this website, and some more than 30 reports have been submitted already. Our third project is investigating the effect of a single-dose rhodiola rosea extract on cognitive functions in a stressful situation. This is a protocol for randomized controlled trial, the CONSTRUE trial. We find this topic relevant because performance anxiety, also known as stage fright, makes life difficult for many talented people as it impairs their cognitive functions and self-confidence in front of an audience. And rhodiola rosea, one representative of the many adaptogenic plants, also has the ability to support the body during the different phases of the stress response. Suspectedly, it also has a stimulant function, which is supportive in the alarm phase. Despite of this, it has a favorable safety and tolerability profile, and in one RCT, it showed to improve sleep quality. Our clinical implication is to provide an overall beneficial pharmaceutical treatment for stage fright. As a result of several interdisciplinary consultations, we have designed the protocol. Briefly said, regarding the population, healthy, non-smoking young adults will be eligible. Regarding the outcomes, we will measure two specific cognitive functions, cognitive flexibility and working memory. Both are based on the evidence influenced by acute stress. We will measure saliva alpha amylase and saliva cortisol level to assess sympathoadrenal system and HP axis activation, respectively. Subjective stress perception will be assessed by the participants, and we will also conduct follow-up the day after the trial for the possible adverse events. Sleep quality will be of special interest. As we will have two different interventions, because we will experimentally induce stress by using the socially evaluated cold pressor test, and we certainly have the treatment as an intervention. We will need a 4-arm study because pairwise we will have to exclude both intervention with the absence and the presence of the other intervention. So our eligible participants, after randomization, will be assigned into 4 groups. In the first one, there will be no stress, no intervention. In the second one, there will be stress-induced, but no intervention will be given. And in the third one, there will be stress-induced, and rhodiola rosa will be administered. In the fourth one, stress will be induced, and placebo will be administered. This is a completely novel design, so for the sample size calculation, we will need a pilot study. Our fourth project is investigating the neuroprotective effects of adaptogenic herbal substances based on preclinical studies. Neurodegenerative diseases are a huge burden, not only for the patients and for the families, but also for the whole society, considering the high values of disability-adjusted life years related to these diseases. Disability-adjusted life years is the sum of two numbers. The first one is the number of years spent in disease, and the second one is the number lost by premature death as a result of that disease. The different neurodegenerative phenomena cannot be absolutely distincted. All of them might have a role in the processes which lead to the different acute and chronic neurodegenerative diseases. And adaptogens have been found to support the central nervous system in its restorative processes by downregulating the culprits and upregulating the protectors in these processes. Our hypothesis is that adaptogens slow down or prevent neurodegenerative processes. At the end, we would like to provide preclinical evidence for using the adaptogens as a preventive or adjuvant treatment for neurodegenerative diseases. We have a very extended PICO, and this resulted us in having a huge number of eligible articles. The colorfulness of this slide is meant to show the diversity in the PICOs of the articles we work with. And at this moment, we are concentrating on the stroke models and on the acute injury models. We have some tables completed with data ready to be analyzed. And at this moment, we are creating the perfect model to analyze the data. And this is why I can show you two preliminary results, figures. So here, this shows the effect of panax-notogenzyme pretreatment on the neurological deficit score of stroke rat models. This shows a clinically relevant good effect, and the result is also statistically significant. The second figure shows the time dependency of the panax-notogenzyme post-treatment on the neurological deficit score of stroke model rats. This shows also a favorable efficacy, and the result is almost clinically relevant. As a summary, I can say that we showed that Vitania somnifera treatment can be used in stress management. We created the Hungarian NutriVigilance system. we are working on a randomized controlled trial to find out if rhodiola rosea is a good treatment for stage fright. And fourthly, we are working on a comprehensive investigation on the neuroprotective effects of adaptogens based on preclinical trials. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much for the wonderful and very important presentation. I think all clinicians agree that there are many patients who are coming to us that they are wanting to have something natural. So this could be like a selling point. Are there any questions from the audience?
Thank you for the great presentation and congratulations for the published paper and the website, of course. So I was wondering if I wanted to take Vitania somnifera, what kind of product could I buy or get?
Oh, yes. You can find it in the internet. This is related to the increasing use of food supplements. That there is the global trade and the online trade. So you just search for ashwagandha or Vitania somnifera, and you will find.
Is it some kind of a pill or
the products? It's cups in capsules. It's marketed in capsules. Mostly, yes.
Thank you for your wonderful presentation. I'm just wondering what types of serious adverse events do they report when they taking these medications or these food supplements?
Mm-hmm.
A few examples.
It was long ago when I read that article to be able to tell you examples, but as I already mentioned, already some more than 30 adverse events are reported in our system, and surprisingly, there has been 4 reported. There were 2 hospitalizations, 1 possibly loss of consciousness, whatever it means, and there was a permanent disability. But as it is anonymous, it's vague information.
I would suppose that you have data from people, right? From people who are taking this supplement. Do you have also data, or do you promote this in hospitals, like to report by physician? Because I have encountered a couple of side effects from supplements. So do you have also this data from physicians?
We are, no, not really, because it all, so advertising is all money. And not yet, but we are finding the channels for being able to advertise it costless, actually, as a socially important
Thank you very much. Because, for example, I have experience for DILI, like drug-induced liver injury, which was caused by food supplements. So also hepatologists, I think, would be interested in this.
Yes, that would be the best if also physicians would report adverse events from their patients. So.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so until now, I only knew one adaptogen, but I think it's illegal in Hungary. Are these things legal? So you can...
Of course, those are legal.
Okay.
Those are thousands of years used in the Eastern traditional medicine, and those are legal, yes.
Because it is interesting that no one took any questions about cannabis, because I think cannabis is the mostly worldwide known adaptogen, which has like a scientific background that could.
But on the other hand, answering your question, not all of the substances are in the database of EMA. So, and also the information on those are quite vague and uncertain. So I don't know if they would not be legal, but on the other hand, the informations are not complete.
Thank you very much.
Far from complete on them.
I would like to ask that regarding the website, then when somebody reports something, do you have any chance to check it, the validity and the reliability?
Not yet.
Not yet. And does it draw anything? So does it draw any legal actions that if somebody says that they have any severe drug something, then can you do something with that?
No, because it's anonymous, and this is to trigger people to report and not to frighten them that they would be followed up. So it's in the pilot phase, I would say, and then we will see. Maybe we will ask for so it looks good. If it looks good to have it and people are reporting, then we will ask for ethical approval and having the possibility for follow-up.